All right. We will have as you guys know, there's a quiz this week. The first quiz for integrated reading and writing. It was supposed to be Sunday for you guys, even though we need to push it over. Everything has to be unit now. That's why I want you to do it on Blackboard. You're going to take the quiz on the Blackboard. So the quiz on Blackboard. So you go together in class. So you got to make sure you have your laptop. So if I was, what's going on? So if I was you guys, I'm supposed to be able to use your tablet. I wouldn't use a laptop. Use your laptop. Much more secure, much more easy to use. Ridiculous happens with the internet or Blackboard because Blackboard is not. Blackboard is not very loud at times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to print. I'm also going to paper copy. But let's try to use the Blackboard. They wanted this amount, but I will have paper copies just as a backup for you. All right. So right now I'm going to share my screen with you guys just to show you how the exam will look, the quiz will look rather. Give me 1 second. There's content going on. That ever happened. What's going on? We never had that happen. Now because I need to do this live. What is this about? It's ridiculous. What is this contact room service? What is that? What is what? It's crazy. Sorry. It's in there anyway. I don't know why. All right, let me share this with you. All right, you can see my screen now. So basically, your quiz is going to look something like this. going to be a paragraph, okay? And it's going to be numbered. See, the numbers represent each paragraph. So 1 versus first, so on and so forth. That's the last paragraph. And basically, in the paragraph, there are going to be several questions, okay, about the paragraph and all things that we talked about. So you read the paragraph first. The use of cars in a city like Riyadh offers many functions for me. First, a car to do my family's weekly shopping. We might go on 2 supermarkets. For instances, let me read that properly. For instances, in a typical week, we may go to 2 supermarkets for a grocery shopping, for our grocery shopping rather, semicolon, maybe Danube and Lulu. Another task that I use it for is to commute to work every day. To beat the morning rush hour, I leave home very early in the morning. Because of the way some people drive in Riyadh, I do not look forward to driving in the morning. Lastly, I use my car to take children out to see entrances the city. For instance, we like visiting Kibela Park in Malaz to enjoy a nice evening. Occasionally, we to see historical places like Palace and even Bayura, I don't know how to pronounce that, in Daria. All in all, there's a general agreement in my house that we may not have been able to survive life in Riyadh without a car. All right, so the first question, it may not be this question, so don't think the first question will be a topic. It may be about something else. But this first question says, what is the topic of the paragraph? So here you're looking for the topic sentence. All right. So remember, it says it's going to be the first or second sentence. The use of personal cars is important in a city like Riyadh. My car performs many functions for me. Okay. So can anybody tell me which sentence is the topic sentence?
Yes, I can.
Yes. Which one is it?
Is the second. My car performs many functions for me.
More functions. What is the topic? Sentence. What's the topic?
My car.
So the first answer is my car. So if the first question is what is the topic, you need to look at the topic sentence to figure the topic. All right. The first sentence is the hook sentence. Interesting statement. Where's the topic? Where's the topic sentence of the paragraph? We already answered that. We said that sentence A, so that would be. Third question, what is the controlling idea? Can anyone answer that question? What's the controlling idea? What's the controlling idea?
Do I type or participate?
Participate.
I think
anybody know the answer?
Do I answer?
Yeah, anyone.
Okay, it's the second sentence, the control idea in the second sentence.
Yeah, so the question number 3 is asking you, what is the controlling idea? Anyone?
Sorry. I think it's A. Car is important in a city like Riyadh.
No, somebody said it earlier. The controlling idea?
I think it's C because
isn't it C?
I think it's it's C.
It's C. It is C, because the topic is my card, and then the controlling idea is everything after the topic, perform any function. So it's C. Okay, so you're going to prompt this topic. What is the topic? The controlling idea. One of the questions. These could definitely be probably most likely be on the quiz. So it's pretty easy to get those questions right as long as you get the topics into. Remember, it may not have a hook sentence. It may or may not have a hook sentence, so don't be confused. So next question, how many points did the writer give? 2, 3, 4, 5. How many points did the writer give? 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyone?
I think 3.
All right. Yeah, 3. 3 points. The first point is sentence 3. The second point was, where's the second point?
5.
What sentence is the second point? 5. And what sentence is the last point?
8.
8.
All right, because it says lastly, right?
Yes.
All right, so the answer here would be excuse me, the answer here would be B.
Wait,
B.
what about sentence number 6? Does it count as
No, is this a supporting point for sentence number is this a supporting point for 5? It's just giving you more detail about the second point. All right. What number 5? What's the sentence structure for 2? What is the sentence structure for sentence 2? Let's see. What is this for sentence 2? Yep. So look at sentence 2, give me the sentence structure. Is it SV, SV, SSV, SSVV? Anyone? You guys should be yelling the answers out. These are easy questions.
I think it's SV.
Yeah, me too. I think it's SV.
Think, or do you know?
I'm pretty sure it's SV.
Yeah, it's SV.
yeah,
Yes.
my
It's
car is
SV.
the subject, performs is the verb.
Yes.
Yeah, so do you think, or do you know?
Yeah, I know it's CV because there is a subject and there is a verb. Only one subject.
Yeah,
and
car is the subject and performs is the verb.
So it's SV. Don't think, no. Don't think, no.
All right.
There's no trick questions here. It's SV. SV. All right. All right. 6. What is the subject in sentence number 8? So look at sentence number 8. What's the subject? Lastly, I use my car to take my children out to see interesting places in the city. What's the subject?
I think it's interesting places.
It's the children.
No.
Children.
No. What, guys? Are you really?
Yeah,
What
because
is
he's
the
taking his
subject
children.
of the sentence?
I think it's car because he said
No. No. What did I say before? Look for what?
subject
If you're
is verb.
confused about the subject, look at. Hold on. What
What's
did I
the
say
subject of the second
before?
sentence?
Look at the verb. What is the verb in the? What is
Use.
the no sentence 8?
Oh,
The verb is use. I use.
What the
Yeah, the
verb
verb in
is used.
sentence 8 is yours, yeah.
Who used?
I.
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 What's the subject then?
I.
Huh? Who
I.
used?
I
I
use.
use, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use. So what's the subject?
It's I.
I. Come on now, wake up. If you want to know the subject, just look for the verb of the sentence and ask yourself who did it. Who used? I use. Who performed? Look at sentence 2. Who performed?
The car.
The car.
Look to sentence. Look at sentence 1. What is or who is or what is? What is?
Car.
No, not car. Remember, we talked about this in subject verb agreement. Remove the prepositional phrase out. What is?
The use.
The use. Thank you. The use. All right. 11. What's the subject of the sentence in 11?
General agreement.
Thank you. I was waiting for somebody to say there so I could beat you up when I see you on Monday. It's general agreement. Very good. Remember, when there's there, the subject comes after the verb. So a general agreement is the subject. What about 10? No, don't do 10. Don't do 10. What about 9?
Dr. Ray. So is the verb and the 11, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
What about 9?
9,
What's
the subject
of
is
9?
we.
We.
All right. All right, let's move on. How many prepositional phrases are there in sentence 4?
Yeah, I think it's 2.
It's
You
2.
think it's 2? What are
It's
they?
2. N and 2 and 4. 3.
No, I think there's 3, yeah.
Huh?
3.
Huh? What are
2
they?
and 4. N and 2 and 4.
Really?
There are 2 4s.
Say that again?
Yeah, there are
There-
2 4s.
Come on now.
Either 3 or 4.
You tell me now.
I think the first 4 isn't
How
counted.
many prepositional phrases are there? So what's the first prepositional phrase?
4.
Which, for instance, for instances, no, that's not a prepositional phrase. That's an introductory phrase. What's the first prepositional phrase?
And it's n.
In
This week.
in a
In
typical
what?
week.
In a typical weekend.
In a typical
in a
week. That's
typical
number
week.
one. What's the next? What's the next one?
We might go to two supermarkets.
Supermarkets. Two supermarkets. Two supermarkets. That's number 2. All right. And then the next is actually 3. 4
Yeah.
grocery shop.
4 hours.
4 when it's followed by now. When it's followed by now, in this case, our grocery shopping, that's a phrase also. So 4 is a preposition when it's followed by now. Our grocery shopping. Okay, our grocery. So yeah, in a typical week, to 2 supermarkets for our grocery shopping. They're all modifiers. They're all telling you or giving you more information about what might they do. Right? What is the main clause of that sentence? What's the main clause in that sentence?
In a typical week, we might go to.
No. What's the main clause in that sentence?
In a typical week,
We we might go. Everything else is modifying that sentence. So we might go. Where might we go? To the supermarket. For what? Groceries. And when? In a typical week. Okay. So the main clause is we might go. Okay. Be able to identify your main clause. Help you out. Why is Bajara capitalized? And why is Bajara capitalized?
A name of a specific place, I think.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a palace, right? Bajara Palace.
Yeah, I think no, it's a park. I
May
think.
go Bajara. Is that a what? Is a park? What is that?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a
even know.
park.
That's a bad question because you would have to know what that is. That's a bad question. But in any way, it's a specific. I guess B, because it's not a structure, right? It's not a building. It's not a building.
No,
Right?
it's not.
So it'd be the answer would be B. I'm assuming. Because it could be D. That's a bad question because somebody would have to know what Bajura was. I don't know what it is. So it's either B or D or C. Bad question. Whoever wrote that, it's bad question. All right, but you get the point. All right. We capitalize names of proper nouns, whether it's the name of a building, name of a city, name of a geographic area. Okay. Number 9, which other phrase can be used instead of all in all?
to sum
So
up,
instead of all
sum
in
up.
all, what could you use?
To sum up.
Sum up. Very good. Yes. 10, what sentence contains a fragment? Is it 2, 4, 8, or 10? Huh?
I think it's 10.
What is it? It's
10.
10. What is 10 missing? Yes, what is it missing?
Verb.
The we is missing.
It's missing a verb, right? And all in all, I mean, occasionally we like to see, so it's missing a verb. We like or whatever. We like to see, we need to see, we love to see, something like this, right? So it's missing the verb. Make sense? Does it make sense?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Come and talk to me now. I'm giving up my Saturday. Talk. What is a good title for this paragraph? So what do you think a good title is? What's the title?
I think it's
What's the title that makes sense?
good places to see.
What is the top? What is? Go back to the topic sentence. What was that topic sentence?
Was
My car.
my car.
Isn't it too
So
specific,
what's the
too
good
general?
title? No, it's just the title. It's just the title.
Okay.
So the topic sentence tells you what the paragraph is about, right? The paragraph's not about God, it's not about place, and it's not about traffic jams. All right, all of these things. The title, the paragraph's about his car and how is his car. What purposes he uses his car for? How does he get the best use out of his car? Okay, so the best title is my car because it's about his car. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Does it make sense? 12. What other word can you use instead of interesting in sentence 8?
I didn't understand why we didn't take the last one.
So what? So what?
Can you repeat the last thing you just said?
I'm not understanding your question. What are you asking?
Can you repeat the last thing you just said? The Wi-Fi, it's bad.
About what?
Last thing you said.
Yeah, well, what was the last thing? What were we talking about last in your mind?
On the main idea, right?
No, we were talking about what is a good title. Are you talking about that?
Yeah.
So what is a good title? The title is Mar because the intent is talking about or the use of the author's car. You know, how he uses a car, what purposes he uses the car. 12, what word can be used instead of interesting? Sentence 8.
I think amusing.
Lastly, I use my car to take my children out to see amusing places. Amusing could work. Any other words? Any other synonyms for interesting?
Exotic.
Fascinating, maybe.
Fascinating, maybe.
Fascinating. Exotic is a little stretch. I would probably give you credit, but that's kind of a stretch. What else?
Remarkable.
Remarkable.
Exceptional.
Okay. Kind of a stretch, but
Beautiful, maybe.
exception. Beautiful. I'll go with beautiful. All right. All of those I would take. Some of those are kind of a stretch, but I would take all of them for the right answer. All right. look at 13. Then after you do the paragraph analysis, then they'll give you a couple sentences. You have to figure out what's wrong with the sentences. What's wrong with 13? Riyadh and Jeddah, two big cities, Saudi Arabia. What's wrong with it?
Missing verb to be.
The verb is missing.
So what verb should go there?
Oh.
R.
And then a full stop, right? Also, a
Yeah.
full stop is a problem. Right?
But there is
Ah,
a
okay.
full stop.
14. How I don't care what he put there. What's the problem that you see in that sentence?
Oh,
The sentence supposed to be in the past. I think you have to switch eat with ate. Last night I ate Mexican food for the first time.
Yeah.
No. I'm going back to 13 because he said something about the full stop. Is there a full stop in 13? You get full stop there.
No, there isn't.
The original sentence. All right. So for the purposes of the quiz, that's a problem too. You need Riyadh and Jeddah are two big cities in Saudi Arabia, full stop. Then 14, what's the issue? Last night I eat Mexican food for the first time. It should be what?
as Pedro says,
Somebody already gave
I
the
ate.
answer.
Yeah,
I
ate.
ate. So it should be.
Grammatical
All right.
error.
All right, look at 15.
Capitalize
What's the
Riyadh
problems there?
and Malik Fahad.
All right. Anything else? Riyadh's traffic makes me tired, especially on the major roads. That's it. Because all you're doing is
That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
capitalize Riyadh
I
and
have a
Malik
question.
Fahad. Yes.
Can we put possessive pronouns on like capitalized names? Like Riyadh. Is it okay to put the possessive pronoun?
My Riyadh.
No, I mean the Riyadh. The S. Is it
Or
okay to
your
put it?
Riyadh.
Is acting
Yeah,
as a
because
verb
it's
here, not
the apostrophe
possessive
S.
pronoun.
Oh, okay.
No. No, he's not right. It is a possessive pronoun. Riyadh. What does Riyadh own? The traffic. So yes,
Yeah.
this is correct. A possessive pronoun because it's what Riyadh owns. Riyadh owns the traffic. Riyadh's traffic makes me tired, especially on major roads like Malik Fahad. Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's how your quiz is going to look. All right, I'm going to send you a link of this video so you can review mine, but you're going to get questions similar to this. Okay.
All right.
Go back, look at all your notes, and look at all the chapters. All right, but this is how your quiz is going to look similar to this. These style of questions. Okay.
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 Any questions? Any questions? No questions?
Teacher,
All right, I'm going to put the, yeah.
can you repeat the title, because the Wi-Fi is bad and I couldn't understand why we choose our choice.
It's my car because the entire paragraph is talking about why the importance of the car. So the answer cannot be The answer cannot be Riyadh because the paragraph is not about Riyadh. It's not about places to go see, and it's not about traffic jams. These are all details. The topic of this paragraph is his car and the uses, how he uses his car, how the author uses his car. Okay. Every
Okay.
B, C, and D are only details. If you want to know the easiest way to find the answer is just go to the topic sentence and look at the topic sentence. And then the answer should be very clear at the topic sentence. All right. My car performs many functions for me. And then it talks about the functions that his car performs. So the most appropriate title would be my car. Any other questions?
All
right.
I want to ask about the subject. Does the subject always comes before the verb?
No, we showed you, we demonstrated that several times. So go back and look in your chapter about the subject and look in your notes, because we talked about the extensively in your notes. The subject does not always come before the verb, but it comes before the verb most of the time. But in cases like there, the subject is not before the verb. The subject is going to be after the verb. All right.
All right.
So go back and look at the subject verb agreement notes that you took. I went through all of those iterations, all of those situations, or where you can find the subject. It's also in your textbook. I think at chapter 3, I believe, we talked about subject, how you can find the subject. The easiest way to find the subject is look at your verb and ask yourself who did it or what did it. That's the easiest way, and then the answer will reveal itself quite easily. Don't be tricked by like situations in one where you have a preposition after the subject. The use of a personal car is. Personal car is not the subject, it's the use is the subject. All right. So be careful with the prepositional phrase after the subject and before the verb. All right, I'm going to put a link of this in the Google Classroom. Now you know exactly what's going to be on the quiz. Everyone should do well. If no more questions, we'll see you on Monday.